So now we will be working out problems on turnover ratios. So this is a problem on turnover ratios. They have asked you to calculate the stock turnover ratio, and this problem is there in your photocopy. So the information given is opening stock. So how much is opening stock? 29,000. And purchases is how much? 2,42,000. Then sales amount is 3,20,000. And gross profit is how much? 25% of sales. So calculate 25% of sales. So calculate stock turnover ratio. I am repeating the formula. What is the formula for stock turnover ratio? Stock turnover ratio is equals to CGS divided by average stock. So you have two formulas for calculating CGS. One is CGS is equals to sales minus gross profit. That is sales minus gross profit, or the other formula will be opening stock plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. We can use any formula for calculating what? CGS. Okay, so this is the formula wherein they have taken for sales minus gross profit is equals to CGS. Before that, what is missing in this problem? So first, always whenever you are working out the problems on ratio analysis, write the formula. Stock turnover ratio is equals to what? CGS divided by average stock. Whenever we are working out the problem, students, first write the formula. So it is CGS divided by average stock. Look into the problem. They have given you opening stock, but we require closing stock also in order to calculate average stock. Why? Because average stock is equals to what? Opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. So here opening stock is given. So we have to find out the missing item, that is closing stock. How do you calculate? All these are the items of trading account. So we have to prepare trading account. So buy sales. How much is sales? 3,20,000. So they have given you opening stock. Two opening stock, 29,000. I think you remember the format for preparing trading account, students. And two purchases, how much? 2,42,000. Purchases is also given. Then gross profit also is given. How much is gross profit? 25% of sales. So it will be 25% of sales is how much? 3,20,000. So it is 80,000. So balance the account. The balancing figure that you get will be closing stock. How much is closing stock? 31,000. Similarly, you calculate CGS. How to calculate CGS? See, there are two formulas. CGS is equals to sales minus gross profit. How much is sales? 3,20,000 minus gross profit is how much? 80,000. So how much? 2,40,000. Or you apply another formula. It is opening stock 29,000 plus purchases 2,42,000. You don't have direct expenses, so minus closing stock, so 31,000. It is 2,40,000. After calculating average stock and also CGS, average stock, as you know, it is opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. It is 30,000. Substitute the values in the formula, students. That is stock turnover ratio is equals to CGS divided by average stock. How much is CGS? 2,40,000 divided by average stock is 30,000. So what is the answer? 8. Always I told you in the beginning itself, turnover ratios are expressed in terms of times. So it is 8 times. That is CGS is 8 times more than average stock. So this is the answer. Now we'll move on to the next problem. The following balance sheet of Goodluck Limited was prepared on 31st December 2012. So they have given you land and building, plant and machinery, debtors, cash in hand, cash at bank and preliminary expenses. Then you have share capital, general reserve, debentures, profit and loss account, creditors and bills payable. So sales during the year is how much? 4,80,000. They are given you sales. So note down, students, they are not given you CGS. So you are required to calculate fixed assets turnover ratio and capital turnover ratio. So which means that both these two ratios should be calculated by using sales. Okay. So as I told you earlier, you have to give first preference to CGS, but there are no chance for calculating CGS in this problem because only balance sheet details are given. So here we are going to calculate these two ratios with the help of sales. So what is the formula? First, always write the formula. Fixed assets turnover ratio is equals to sales divided by net fixed assets. Okay. So how much is the sales? Sales, it is given as 4,80,000 divided by net fixed assets. So net fixed assets, how do you calculate? Fixed assets minus depreciation. But since there is no depreciation, so you have to take the value of assets. Only two assets are given, fixed assets, land and building, plant and machinery. Add these two, you will get 4,80,000. So 480 divided by 480, it is 1 times. So fixed assets turnover ratio is 1 time. We have to calculate capital turnover ratio. First write the formula. Capital turnover ratio, which we have already discussed, it is nothing but sales divided by capital employed, or CGS divided by capital employed. Since we don't have CGS, we have taken sales. So sales they have given. How to calculate capital employed? I've already discussed, students. There are two approaches for calculating capital employed. One is liability based approach and asset based approach. In this problem, I'm going to teach you both the method for calculating capital employed. First one is liability based approach. So what is the formula which I've already discussed in my previous session? That is capital employed is equals to shareholders funds plus long term debt minus fictitious assets. Okay, so here you have the calculation. Shareholders funds is equals to share capital. You can show both equity and preference share capital. So here in this problem they given you only equity share capital. How much? 2,30,000. We have to take what? General reserve. How much is the general reserve given? 1 lakh. Okay, then profit and loss account is 1,70,000. So we have taken share capital, general reserve, profit and loss account. Then long term debts. So debenture is the long term debt which is given in the problem. So debentures. So take debentures. So total you get 7,20,000. From that we have to deduct what? Fictitious assets. So less preliminary expenses. How much? 30,000. So how much is capital employed? 6,90,000 under liabilities based approach. So similarly, I am going to teach you asset-based approach, which is the other method for calculating capital employed. So what is our formula? Fixed assets plus net working capital is equals to capital employed. As I have already discussed, whichever formula that you apply, the answer should be the same. So fixed assets plus net working capital is equals to capital employed. Fixed assets plus, how do you calculate net working capital? Current assets minus current liabilities. So fixed assets, what is the total value of fixed assets given in the problem? You have only two items, land and building and plant and machinery, which comes to 4,80,000 plus current assets. So current assets is rupees 3,90,000. What are the current assets that you are going to consider here? So you have debtors, cash in hand and cash in bank. So add all these items, you'll get 3,90,000 minus 1,80,000. What is 1,80,000? Current liabilities. So in the problem, you have two items of current liabilities like creditors and bills payable. So it is 1,80,000. So 4,80,000 plus 2,10,000, which is equal to 6,90,000. So even under asset based approach, the capital employed is 6,90,000. So even under asset liabilities based approach, it is 6,90,000. Substitute the values in the formula. Capital turnover ratio is equals to sales divided by capital employed. So 4,80,000 divided by 6,90,000, it is 0.7 times.